Hello students, good morning. Okay, so I am Padmis Biswal from Odisha Question Bank. Today I will teach or I will explain what is the difference between basic difference between procedure oriented or object oriented. Okay, I will explain all the things about the OOPS concept. OOPS concept means object oriented programming in language or object oriented programming. In first of all, we must clear about that what is the difference between procedure oriented and object oriented. Procedure oriented means it has some concept like it follows some procedure. Procedure means in the modular approach, okay, then the step by step approach. This is the procedure oriented. In previously C, COBOL, okay, these are the procedure oriented programming. But nowadays we are approach means in every platform or every individual like your classroom study, or you can go for higher study, then most of all like we are using the OOPS concept. OOPS concept means object oriented programming, object oriented programming. Okay, first of all, what is the meaning of object? Okay, object is a instance. Object is a instance. It has some behavior and some properties. It has some behavior and some properties. If I go for like object means a properties, and what is the properties and what is the behavior. Okay, to go for, suppose we go for the class and object. If I simply go for the class and object, the first class is you guys think about your classroom. What is the classroom means what are the class? In the class, suppose you are in the ninth class. Okay, in the ninth class, that is the class concept. Class concept means the class is ninth class. But this is the what is the behavior and approach of the ninth class. The approach is ninth class means how many student, how many teachers, and what are the ratio of male to female or students in your ninth class, and what are the section, that is this is the object and this is the class, ninth class, and these are the object. Object means teacher, students, then male, female, and what are the section and what are the marks obtained in your exam. These are the class. This is the class means ninth is the class, and object. What are the object? Object means the teacher, the students. What are the ratio? Then what is the section? Then how many class means how many syllabus or how many topics in your student. These are the object. Suppose object, if I go for the class, suppose class. Okay. So the main concept is OOPS is the class and object. You understood the class and object. In the details I will explain all the practical things or the syntactical things, class and object, later. But in the first class I am explaining what are the key features. Key features means the data abstraction, data encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. First we go for the data abstraction. What is the meaning by abstraction? Data abstraction. Abstraction of data. I mean that is the refer of act of representing essential features without including the background details. Means you don't know the background, but you know the what are the UI. UI means the user interface. You know the what are the means the basic function, but you know the background. That is called and the data abstraction. Okay, concept clear? Data abstraction. Then go for the encapsulation. What do you mean by encapsulation? Suppose this is the capsule. Okay, the binding properties of data is called as encapsulation. Encapsulation means the wrapping. Wrapping, you student must know wrapping. Wrapping means the wrapping of data and operator slash functions. The wrapping of data slash and the operator. Operator means a A plus B. A is a operand, B is a operand, and plus is a operator. Suppose 1 plus 2, 1 is a operand, 2 is a operand, plus is a operator. Suppose 3 into 1, 3 into 1 means this is the multiplication is the operator, and 3 and 1 are operands. That is called means the wrapping of data and the wrapping of data and operations or functions that operate on the data into single unit. Single unit means 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. This is the single unit. This is the concept of encapsulation. Okay, first property is data abstraction, then is encapsulation, then go for the inheritance. Okay, practically you know what is the concept of inheritance. Inheritance, all the students, you must know in your science syllabus what is the meaning by inheritance. Inheritance means suppose the behavior and the property of your parent and grandparent that must present in your gene, that is inheritance. In computer language, inheritance means what are the features. Suppose this is your inheritance concept means this is A and this is B and this is C. Okay, A is your grandfather. All the properties and all the properties of a grandfather that must present in your father. B is your father and C is you. Okay, that is acquire all the same properties and behavior A, B, C. In this inheritance concept means you go for your grandparent, then player parent, then you. That is you are the third generation. If you go for the parent of your grandparent, that is suppose D. Okay, inheritance means you are acquiring. Exactly definition means inheritance means if you go for the base class and the derived class. Base class is your parent and derived class is your you. All the derived class access to the base class, but a base class don't access the derived class. Okay, that is the concept of inheritance. Okay, then go for the polymorphism. Poly means, what do you mean by poly? Poly means that is many. Many form means many form. If I go for suppose a basic example I am sharing. Suppose you go for the practically this is A and this is B. Okay, you go for the suppose 10 2. Polymorphism means many forms. If you go for the 10.5 into 2.5, but the purpose is 10 plus 2, 10.5 plus 2.5, 10.6 into 2.6. That is the polymorphism. Polymorphism, the exact idea of polymorphism means it is the ability for a message or data to present more than one form. More than one means multiple form. More than one means suppose if you add 10 plus 2, this is the addition. 10 plus means it is the integer part and it is the float part. If I go for the ABC plus DEF, this is the string part. So all the features concept in the many or poly. Poly means many. The subject or object into many form. That is called as the polymorphism concept. Okay. So the last one is polymorphism. Poly means many form. Many form means suppose I am giving one example. The example means suppose A plus B, okay, is equal to C. Suppose I go for 5 plus 7 is equal to 12. So if I consider A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 7, then C is equal to 12. If I go for A into B, A into B means A is 5 into B 35. So the difference is it can be multi-form or many form. Form means the first one is this is the addition 2 operand plus 1 operator, and the second one is this is A into B. The value is different, but the operation or the operator one operator and two operands. Okay, so this concept like the exactly difference, the exactly meaning of polymorphism means polymorphism is the ability of a message of data to be processed more than one form. More than means not a single, more than one means many forms. Okay, greater than one. So that is called the polymorphism concept. So if you go for higher study or if you go for in your own to determine what is class, what is object, what is data abstraction. Class is it has some properties and some behavior. Okay, object is suppose I have already explained in your real life example, your classroom, and your object is your teacher, your student, your desk bench, or whatever your marks and section. Then data abstraction means abstraction of data. You don't know the background, but you know what are the functions or what are the means user interface things. Then encapsulation. Capsule means this is a capsule means data and operator or function wrapped in a single unit, that is called encapsulation. Inheritance means I am going to explain in few words. Inheritance means you have already know that in your science chapter. Inheritance means your father and you, that is your father is the base class and you are the derived class, because you generated your father and your father is generated from your grandfather, that is inheritance. And polymorphisms, one or many form, not one, greater than one form into, that is the polymorphism, what are I am explaining. Okay, so this is the all the topics in the C++, in the Java, all the things, the OOPS concept is the same. All the example in later I will explain practically. Means what are the syntax, what are the means operator, what is the object, and what is the concept. In the practically concept I will explain later. Okay guys. These are the theoretical part of OOPS. Okay, in the next video I will explain all the practical things about class, object. Class means I have already explained. Object means the blueprint. Okay, data abstraction means what are the background properties. Okay, encapsulation, the practical things. Okay, I will explain in a separate video. Okay, all the practical things, what are the syntax used, how to write a program using this concept. Okay, I will explain all the features in different video. But it is not the thing like if you continuously watch OOPS concept, these are the means more number of videos you will get. Okay, thank you guys.